Hi everyone, let's continue with sample exam 3 in Chem 11, number 6. This is another electron configuration question, and it's related to figuring out which of the following configuration is a ground state configuration. So in order to figure that out, you need to remember the three different principles that we use to determine ground state configuration. The first one is something called the Aufbau principle, which really just means building up in German. And what that refers to is the idea that you're going to fill the lowest energy orbital first before you go to the higher energy orbital. And so you need to remember the sequence of orbitals starting with 1s and then 2s and 2p and 3s and 3p, etc. Okay? And so that's how we're going to fill in our electrons. The second one that we have to remember is something called the Pauli's exclusion principle. And that one refers to the idea that in one orbital, the maximum number of electrons you can have is 2. And this is due to the fact that each electron must have a unique set of quantum numbers, and that ends up being the consequence of the Pauli's exclusion principles. And then the third one is something we call Hund's rule, which refers to something we call degenerate orbitals, or orbitals with the same energy level. And for degenerate orbitals, for example, like the 2p orbital, where you have 3 orbitals that are all equal in energy, the way you're going to place your electrons is you're going to place them one at a time and not combining them before you put another one in. So this one would be wrong, and then this one would be the right way. Okay, so that's what's referred to as Hund's rule. So what we're going to do is just look at our electron configuration in the choices and then try to come up with the correct ground state configuration. So the first one, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, all of them have 7 electrons. If you look at the configuration now, the one in A shows 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, and then 3s1. Now, in theory, there's still 3 p orbitals that this electron should be placed in before it will go to 3s. So this one would violate Aufbau principle, so that would not be a ground state configuration. If you look at option B, same 7 electrons, now we have 1s2, 2s2, and 2p3, and this is exactly what we would expect for a ground state configuration, so this would be correct. And just to verify, if we go look at C, we have 1s2, 2s2, and 2p3, but the way the 2p is placed is exactly the way that I said earlier is wrong, which violates Hund's rule, so that one would be wrong as well. So the answer is B.